These are all the materials. In addition, we also need to prepare scissors and lighters. First, we're going to take out the ice bar line, plastic needles and this mesh. We're going to sew this ice bar line onto the mesh. We're going to start sewing from the short side. Our ice bar line. First we have to take the line. We're going to take this width. This grid is 12 times the width of ice strips. This is the same as the width. Then we're going to take 12 times. 2 times, 3 times. 12 times. We have now taken a strip of ice 12 times this width. Then cut it from here. We're going to use this thread to sew. Just after cutting this end, a little fluff will fall off. We're going to get it down. Then if the thread keeps dropping and stripping, let's not pull, but directly where it is stripping, go ahead and cut it. That way it won't keep stripping. Sometimes our scissors can't keep cutting. It will experience the phenomenon of stripping. Next we're going to put this thread through the plastic needle. Take the thread, take the plastic needle and press it for him. Squeeze through like this. Then we can thread the thread. Pull over a little bit to hook our needle. It is still sewn with one thread. We can distinguish between the front and back sides of this mesh. Here it is bumpy ones like ridge. This is the front. It's flatter on this side. It is the back. Can be sewn from the front. It can also be sewn from the back. I'll demonstrate here and start sewing from the front. We start from any hole between the first row and the 7th row. Any hole position. Pass it through the left position. The purpose of going through it is to make our thread. Leave it in this position. Then we start from the hole in the lower left corner is inserted into the needle and put it on. Then we count the holes. This is the first row. We're going to count 7 rows. First row, second row, third row, fourth row, fifth row, sixth row, 7th row. We want go through the first hole in the 7th row. We cross 7 rows in total. There is a gap equivalent to 5 grid spaces in between. The first grid we are coming up. The last grid is to go down. The middle 5 are empty. So we're done with the first stitch. Next we sew the second stitch. Then create from the second hole. Put on the second hole in the first row. After coming up from the second hole in the first row, let's go down from the second hole in the 7th row. Sew all the following steps by analogy to this method. Come up from the next hole in the first row. Go down the next hole in row 7. And so on. Just sew this whole strip for it. Then you can see, the line on our front is parallel. The line on the back will be a little bit staggered grid stitching. Okay, the method is exactly the same. Then we go up here and down here. Sew this whole strip for it. We skip this process. Now we're almost done sewing this row. The last 2 stitches, we sewed it one by one. We'll have some thread left after the sewing is done. Then we're going to hide these threads around it. To turn to the back. Then go through the back of these lines. Hide it behind the thread. Then we can cut from here. Just hide the thread here. It works on the same principle as hiding the thread ends here, as we started out doing. When cutting, be sure to cut it with a knife. After cutting, he will lose a little fluff. We can just take it, then push it in. This way our row has been sewn. We just finished taking the thread and sewing so much thread left. In fact, there is still a line left that is the same as the width. We just took the line 12 times as much as this. Next time we take the line, we can take a little less. For example, take this line 11.5 times wider, so we can save a little bit of line. If you have a little or not much line left, then just carry on as usual. Next time, you can just measure out the length of thread the same way you did this time. I'll take 11.5 times here. 1, 2, 3. 11.5 times, okay. After bending the thread and threading the needle, we're going to sew the second set. The sewing method of the second set is the same as that of our first set. The only thing to note is the first row of holes in our second set. It's our first set of 7th row holes. This row of holes is shared. We start by threading it down through any of the holes. Leave a little thread out. We can press it on the back with our hand. This prevents us from pulling it out while threading. Then next we start from the first row. This hole goes into the needle. The first row of holes in the second set. It is the hole position in the 7th row of the first set. When we pull, we press and hold on the back. This way, the thread ends won't get pulled out. After coming up from the first hole, we're going to go down the hole in the 7th row next. First row of holes, 2nd row, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Go down the first hole in the 7th row. Here I emphasize again, we came up through the shared hole. Then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 empty between us. Then go down from the 7th hole. They occupy a total of 7 holes. This row of holes is shared. And so on. So the second needle. Then go down from here. The method is exactly the same. We will finish sewing this set one by one. When I finish sewing it, let's take a look again. After the sewing is done, we still turn to the back. Hide the thread. Press it in. Okay. So our sets are already sewn. Then emphasize again. We use 7 holes for each set. 2 sets are 13 holes. Because the holes in this row are shared. Don't get it wrong. Then we have to sew 5 sets. A total of 7 sets of sewing. We have sewn 2 sets. We will finish sewing the next 5 sets. Now we finished sewing these 7 sets of ice bar lines.